That terrifying bridge collapse, just as millions of families travel America's bridges this holiday weekend. Tonight, the images of chaos and the moments after that bridge crumbled. Twisted steel, cars turning into life rafts, a human chain back to dry ground. Families traveling for the weekend suddenly plunging into the water below. Tonight, authorities believe they know the cause amid new questions about how this could happen. That bridge inspected twice last year, most recently just a few months ago. And look at this tonight. 1 out of every 9 bridges in this country structurally deficient, and 200 million Americans driving across those bridges every day. Tonight, a list of the most troubling bridges in this country, but first the pictures and the investigation. And here tonight, ABC's Neil Karlinski in Mount Vernon, Washington.
Tonight, the first video of the bridge collapse as it happened. Look closely in this surveillance video from a nearby business. The moment 2 cars were sent plummeting into the icy waters of Washington's Skagit River.
I just watched this explosion in front of my eyes, and all of a sudden, there's no road to drive on anymore.
20-year-old Bryce Kenning, seen here sitting on top of his sinking car last night, spent today drying out his wet clothes after walking away from what seemed certain death. He was headed northbound, going 60 miles per hour, when he says the bridge vanished in a plume of dust.
I launched off that thing.
You launched?
Oh, yeah. And straight nosedive into the water.
After surviving the impact, he was afraid he would drown.
Car immediately starts filling with water. And that was the point where, I kind of thought I might be a goner. That might be it for me.
Dan Sly and his wife had been headed southbound at the same time. He dislocated his shoulder on impact.
I couldn't see my wife in the passenger seat. I asked her if she was okay. She wasn't responding. Popped my shoulder back in so I could unbuckle everything and get over to her.
This isn't the first bridge to fall with terrifying results. The 2007 collapse of the Minneapolis I-35 bridge killed 13 people. And in 2009, cracks and corrosion on a Boston bridge sent rocks raining down on a woman's windshield. Investigators here say a semi-truck carrying an oversized load gashed through a steel beam and likely triggered the collapse. But the bridge is old, too, built in 1955 with a pile of mediocre infrastructure rankings and recent repairs. One thing investigators have been looking at all day is that clean break over there. It's almost as if that chunk of bridge just snapped right off. The investigation, though, will take months to complete, and in the meantime, going into this holiday weekend, traffic is already beginning to back up.